There's actually two wars that continue. One is the war on terror, if you will. It's going to be very difficult for the United States to hit targets in Afghanistan now without bases in the region. Flying drones in or manned aircraft from outside, from the Arabian Sea, for instance, requires multiple refuelings. And so they'll be reserved for only the very highest value targets. But there's another war that's going to begin, and that's the war of the Taliban against ISIS-K on who's going to control Afghanistan going forward. So for the Taliban, be careful what you wish for. Yes, you won the war, and now you're the government, and now you have an insurgency that's going to fight you. So there are multiple conflicts that are going to continue from this point on.
Yeah, that's right. There are analysts, Peter, who believe that this could end up in there being a brutal civil war in Afghanistan. There's also resistance forces, which we understand have gathered in the northern part of the country. There are people here in the United States as well who are saying that they should receive assistance from the United States. I mean, could we see more conflict and violence in the country in the weeks and months ahead?
Well, it's very much, it's very possible. There is a small resistance movement that has formed in a traditional home ground for resistance movements in Afghanistan, north of Kabul. We'll see what comes of that. They say that they don't really want a civil war, that they're forming this movement so that the Taliban will form an inclusive government. That remains to be seen as well. But you do have people on the ground there like Abdullah and Hamid Karzai, who were in the previous civilian governments, who are negotiating with the Taliban. So perhaps the Taliban will be a little bit more inclusive going forward, and they can stem a civil war before it starts.